Hey, kids! We're having technical difficulties out here at the old show. Welcome! This is going to be a show, our last couple show.
Yeah, for a little
Togetherness show for a couple, 3 weeks. And then we'll recamp, hopefully with some new finds.
Yeah, I'm heading up to Ireland for a bit, so maybe I'll come back with something interesting. I don't know. I've made zero plans. Maybe in Dublin.
The Scotsman gets to go to Ireland, the Ireland guy gets to stay here.
Yeah, basically.
Bullshit.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun though. I'm looking forward to it. I've watched some videos of people hunting in like Ireland for bourbon, and it's a wasteland. There's no bourbon in Ireland. It doesn't exist, and you find that it's really expensive.
Great whiskeys and scotches,
right? But it's good. Yeah, so I'll have to keep my eyes out for some of the more like the Redbreast limited releases or Teelings or something interesting. So we'll see. And if hopefully I know a lot of the stuff they do. Yeah, well, a lot of stuff they do over in Europe, they do in smaller sizes too. Like we don't get those here. We don't get the little half pints in anything good, and I know over there they do. So we'll see.
As always, our sponsor is today again is going to be Grinds. I've got the habanero mint, which is, believe it or not, sounds terrible, but it's absolutely amazing. Get the nice mint, little heat, keeps you awake, gives you the caffeine. Go to getgrinds.com and tell them I sent you. And it is a little something. I was at the store the other day and I found this. It's a little bottle. But now Proper 12, if you like Proper 12, Proper 12 has the, can't read, Irish apple. Have you ever had Crown apple? It's very comparable. So if you like Proper 12, or if you like the rougher Jameson, which is definitely what it is, try it. I thought it was pretty damn good, but I wanted to let you guys know that I tried that. I like the new system here. We can just
kind of wing it.
Toss it up. As always, we've got the Trace the Buffalo over there to the left, to the right. Wherever you're looking at us, that's where it is over there. And we have something new that Jake just found, and we love it when they're new. So
yeah, we had plans to do a different shoot entirely.
Take it away on this one.
I had bottles set out and ready to go, and I was out running errands this evening for a golf tournament I got tomorrow, and I stopped in one of my local joints, and this was sitting on the shelf, and this is something I've seen pop up on a couple of different sites. This is Maker's Mark, number 46, cask strength, finished with French oak staves. So if you've ever followed the history on the Maker's Mark stuff, they came out with the Maker's 46, which is a certain stave mix, or stave type that they use to basically take the regular Makers and then they finish it in the stave barrel. They later came out with the 46 cask, which I thought was fantastic when it first came out. This was before you and I were shooting, and we would have done it on the show because it was really, really good when it first hit. It was about 2 years ago, right in the middle of COVID. I like the 46 flavor profile. I like things that cask.
46 is good, yeah.
And I believe that one came in around 110, 115 proof. Yeah, so this one...
Actually, the ones, just got a shipment, and those, it's batch 2 now, and that is 110.
Yeah, a lot of the Maker stuff comes in right around that 110 proof point, or the store picks come in around 110. That seems to be the going rate, but I swear that 46 cask I had was around 115, but I don't have it anymore. I went digging through my cabinet. I was hoping we could compare them side by side, and I must have killed it. You know, in my brain it was there. It's not.
Or it is there, but it's way.
Oh no! Andrea was like, "What are you doing?" I'm tearing bottles out. I got bottles over the floor. So I know it's in here, and it's just not. It's gone. And that's how much I liked it. I very much enjoyed it. I'm a huge Maker's Mark fan.
That's gone, honey. Wait.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so that's the thing. Andrea likes the Maker's Mark stuff. They make great mixed drinks. The weeders are really, really sweet. They have a little bit of pop. And Maker's is one of the few weeders that I really, really enjoy. Some of the higher-end weeders that people flip over just aren't my bag. I'm not a Weller guy. I don't get any of the Weller expressions. They're completely lost on me. But a Maker's store pick is fantastic. The Maker's wood finishing series, the BEPs, the FAEs, the BRTs.
BP.
Yep, the 46 cask when it first came out. I've loved them all. So I'm really, really excited to get into this one.
I haven't met a Maker's I didn't like.
I've done zero research on this. Normally I read up on it a little bit, try to be a little educated on it, but from what I can tell from the label is that this is 46 cask strength, that they take 10 virgin French oak staves and they suspend them from the barrel head when they do the finishing. That's kind of how Makers gets their flavor profiles, and you've got all the staves around the outside of the barrel still imparting flavor, but then they actually suspend additional staves in the whiskey, so more whiskey is touching more wood, and supposed to impart different new flavors.
Just in case you're curious why he's pointing down, we are doing a show now on an actual Jameson.
Oh yeah, you can see the head here.
So, I'll make sure you know that's why he's pointing down to the thing there.
So this one I think I paid out the door right around 70
bucks.
Try
not to look at the proof. I want to try if I can figure it out.
Yeah, I came in right around 70 bucks out the door today.
That's not bad.
No, and I've seen them pop up, and you know, the spots are weird. Some spots, these disappear instantly. The store I was in today, they had 2 or 3 of these sitting on the shelf, and the people that were there buying were walking right by it. Just wasn't their bag.
I saw a thing we were eating yesterday, and it said it popped up. I think it was in the burger. I think it was the burger, not ours, but the other one. And it said, "Hey, go to ABC. Go to Total Wine. They've got
Total Wine
the
had a
Sazerac."
Yeah,
So I
massive
was like,
drop.
all right, well, we were planning on going there anyway, so I ran in and I didn't see nothing. I don't like to be the guy who asks, so I looked around, turned the corner, whole entire end cap of Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
And I was
Total
like,
Wine, they got a big drop here locally.
So then I did ask, you happen to have, I don't know, a beautiful little, what do you call it, E.H. Taylor?
Did they have anything left? Oh, yeah. So the Total Wine drops are weird because there's so many stores, it gets really thinned out.
Yeah.
Right, so those drops, they get like maybe a case, maybe 6. And
I was amazed, though, that it's
gone.
4 hours and there was still
Buffalo Trace.
6 cases of Buffalo Trace on the shelf.
Yeah, Buffalo Trace these
I
days
almost bought one.
it's getting more accessible, which is good. It should be. I think Buffalo Trace should be a shelf available product. At $26, it's a really good shelf available product. There's nothing special about it. Don't go out of your way for it. But I think when it's
Don't
around,
overpay for it.
yeah, don't overpay for it for sure. And definitely don't overpay for the store picks. Go back and watch our video where we compared the store picks, and the shelf are 1.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind. But so tonight, this is
That's right.
This is a brand new release from Makers. It's an expression of the 46. This is 46 cast strength, finished with virgin French oak staves. The French oak staves are available in the Makers store picks. So if you are making a selection through one of your local stores, they're buying a barrel, you get to pick the stave mix that gets added in, and there's 6 different stave types you can pick from. They all impart different flavors. French oak has been one that's been on that list for a very, very long time.
It's really aromatic, but it smells delicious.
Some heat on the nose for sure.
Yes. I went in real deep. I almost got my eyes to start getting a little
That's-
misty.
Interesting. It's so heavy weeder presence, but almost cherry?
Yeah.
Almost cough medicine-ish kind of cherry?
Oh, don't say that. That's bad.
I know. Well, I mean, it's just kind of what you equate it to is that fake cherry note, not like cherry fruit, like that,
Cherry.
like Starburst, almost that red flavor of Starburst, that kind of spicy cherry.
It's yeah.
But oaky, I get a lot
Oh,
of that
yeah,
oak,
definitely.
and it's young oak. It's not
Yeah,
leather
no.
tobacco oak.
Yeah.
It's like sniffing a wood table oak. Like I'm getting, right?
That's a good analogy. I like that. He comes up with some good stuff, doesn't
And you know what's so funny? Right off the dome, we literally just cracked this thing. Haven't even tried it yet. So this will be our
he? I
first.
would
sip.
be very interested to see how this is going to be after it sits for a minute.
Yeah, it gets a little air
For a
on it.
couple-
Well,
for
and
a couple
even
weeks.
I mean, we literally just poured it right before we turned the camera on. It's not like these are sitting around for
That's really
20, 30 minutes airing out. We've had these in the glass for 5 minutes. So
That is.
that's an interesting nose. I've never quite smelled a nose like that. That young oak nose is.
So how old do you think this is?
It's not age stated. So if I had to guess, being put on the spot, I would say probably in the
Whiskey bourbon?
5 to 6 year range. Is generally what the Maker stuff runs on the lower end. Let's taste it and see if we can figure it out. Cheers.
Here we go.
The color is great though.
I love dark when it's dark.
Yeah, I love it when it's dark like that.
Ooh la la. That is banging.
Wow. So the young oak nose note does not come through on the palate at all. I don't taste young oak. Even as it
A
dissipates.
little vanilla.
A lot of vanilla.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, it's just that weeder profile. So a straight up weeder, you're going to get that creme brulee kind of vanilla note.
No heat right away, but now there's heat.
Definitely some caramel on the back end there.
Mhm.
That's indicative of a wheat type. But
But it's funny, no, I don't taste any cherry.
yeah, I don't taste
Definitely
it either.
smelled the cherry, but didn't. Yeah, and it doesn't taste at all like it smells.
No, I don't get any of the fruit coming through on the palate.
So with the
which is
heat,
interesting.
I'm gonna say it's definitely at least 109.
Well, 110.3.
See, I'm damn close.
Yeah, a lot of those Makers expressions, they love that 110 proof point. A lot of their stuff comes in at that 110 proof point, which I think is great.
Yeah, the other cast strength that now is the 110. I had one left of the first batch, and that was 105.9.
I want to say my original 46 cask was like 115. I think it was comparable to the Old Forester 1920, which is kind of why I picked it up. But I love that 110 proof point. It's enough proof to let you know it's there. It's not watery. It's not thin. The finish is great. The
Yeah,
finish
it doesn't-
lingers
it
forever. It's
doesn't-
still sitting.
And it's changing too, a little bit. Like normally when I get a burn for me, a rough burn, it goes and you can feel it drop all the way down. This kind of burn, and then as it started going down, it kind of tapered off. So I'm gonna say with this, I'm not even. You see, there's no ice anywhere in the vicinity. This is not an icer. This might be a throw it in the freezer and get it more velvety from that, but
or let it air out a little bit. Yeah, I give us pretty heavy pours too. Normally you know get it spinning up on the sides.
We're gonna do 2 bottles. So I understand. I'm just kidding.
I know, right? Well, that's the thing. I wanted to do 2, and I didn't have the other one. Had I known I didn't have it, I would have bought it at the store today. I'm a huge Makers fan. I like a lot of what they do. I haven't had a bad store pick. I've had some that are better than others. The wood finishing series are great. I have the BEP at the house. We just opened it up.
BEP is awesome.
Super heavy caramel. Very, very good. Last year's was BRT, and before that
BRT.
was FAE.
BRT was great too.
Mm-hmm. No, and that's the last year they're going to do the wood finishing series because they're coming out with stuff like this. That's what's cool about Makers Mark, constantly evolving new products. They came out with the Makers 101 was in the duty free shops prior to COVID. Once COVID hit and nobody was traveling, they released them to the general public. So the Makers 101 is a great expression as well. It's Makers with a little more pop.
This is good.
But this is delicious. I like this a lot. I very much like it at the price point as well.
This would be a good creme brulee, like over top of a nice, a nice dessert.
Well, and I think this would make a really good like old fashioned too, because it's got some heat to it. And it lets you know it's there, but it's still very sweet.
He likes to trigger me because he knows I hate that old fashioned shit.
My whole life I loves the old fashions. Actually, I'll probably go home.
But you love one. More power to you. I have a story why I don't like it. It's not a big deal. It just annoys me. So they're probably wonderful.
This is the first one though that I can think of where I'm not picking up almost any of the notes in the nose in the palate.
Oh no!
It tastes completely different than it
It's
smells.
like we're sniffing one thing and drinking something different.
And maybe I'm missing something on that oak nose to palate transition.
A lot of vanilla now that you're saying that.
Yeah, vanilla caramel, sweet wheat,
and super fruity effervescence when you're sniffing it, but none of that's translating into the.
Not a lot, no. Maybe a very light undertone as the finish dissipates. Almost more of a raisiny type flavor, kind of like Buffalo Tracy. But what's interesting to me, I'd love to have a regular 46. I wish I did because I can't really taste what that French oak is doing. I can't.
Right.
I don't know. I'd have to do them side by side to kind of figure out. On the nose, you can smell it for sure. You definitely get that young oak nose, but on the palate, I'm not really tasting the difference currently, and they're not priced differently. At least that's what I paid for this one today. I think this was like $62.99. It was like $70 out the door, which is fine by me. It's delicious. I like it a lot.
And you know what? We've been drinking it even now, right now, still holding its nose.
Yeah, the nose is steady. The nose is not changing at all. It'll be interesting to see as we let it.
It'd be funny if someone would say, "Oh, well, I don't like the smell, so I don't think I want that." And you're like, trust me, it's nothing that you think it is. I love something that
I will tell you the first whiskey you had me try when I showed up tonight. I could have dumped that down the drain on the nose. I knew that right off the bat. that was not great.
I can't say anything because I haven't put on the show yet. I already did the show on it.
Yeah,
they already. I went. Oh.
Yeah, that's not ideal, man.
We don't always get winners, kids.
Spoiler alert.
We don't always get winners.
The stuff that comes out of Texas can be a little rough. I don't know. Even like the Garrison Brothers stuff. I have tried a lot of the Texas expression of whiskeys, and I've yet to find one that I was really blown away by, especially for the price point. They tend to run really expensive too, for whatever reason. When something like this is sitting around on the shelf, and this is great.
I was ecstatic to get Garrison Brothers at my store.
I
finally get it, and I've sold. The only reason because I know the right person that I suckered into 2 of them.
Yeah.
They bought both ones because I had them on sale for Christmas, but they're high.
Yeah,
I think one's 102 and the other one is
90-ish, something like that.
Deep 80s, early 90s, right in there. And nobody's impressed that we have it, so it's kind of a bummer.
Yeah,
Thank God I only have 4 left, but
that's the really cool thing about
I have to auction those off.
The whiskey community. As you walk around from store to store, and if you're seeing a thing sitting on a shelf in every single location, that's not always indicative of a bad product because the Calumet 16 is that way. That's the Calumet 16 in stores all over the place. I think it's great. I think the price point turns people off on that one. $169 is expensive.
They had them in Total Wine. They had
they're
all the
so good.
Yeah.
I'm in love with that bottle. So, but if you are a wheater by trade, if you like the sweetness that comes with the wheat, but you're looking for something with a high proof point, that's the other thing. A lot of the wheaters, it's tough to get into this proof point. You're talking like a Larceny Barrel proof, a Weller Full proof.
Yeah, because like the Buffalo Trace wheats, those are all 90 proof.
Right. So to get up into this
delicious
proof point,
but 90 proof.
At this price point, at that $70 price point, you're going to be hard pressed to find one. And I think this is really, really good. I think this would fill that void pretty readily. At least in our area here, the regular 46 cask doesn't sit around, and I don't think quite people have really figured out that this is out because for me to find it on the shelf today, I was really
Yeah,
shocked.
I probably sell just the regular. Oh no, just the regular cask strength.
Mm-hmm.
I probably sell 16 a month.
Oh, regular Maker's Cask? Yeah.
And then regular 46, I sell about the same.
Yeah, that Maker's lineup is huge. So
This is one. I can't keep the 101 on the shelf.
those are interesting. I like the Maker 101 a lot.
I can't keep one on the shelf.
That's a great. But again, I think 100 to 115 is a really good approachable proof point, and this falls right in the middle. 110, very very sweet, very very good.
Like 107 to 117. That's my sweet spot. But
I
there's a lot of room for love in there.
There was nothing about this though that that wasn't expected. It's what we expected. It's a high proof weeder.
And I'm not a big
good.
French. Oh, but this was good.
It's delicious. I like it a
We
lot.
had something. I can't remember what it was. We had something else with French oak, and it was. Oh no, it was cognac. That's what it was. I never really did the cognac thing.
Oh, finished in cognac, yeah.
What's that?
But again, Maker's
Still
Mark
drank it though. Let's be real.
Maker's Mark is unique in that they're, as far as I understand, the distillery that's doing that suspending stave technique, where they get an entire barrel, they pop the head off, and they put additional staves in from the head. So you're getting all kinds of.
And then it drains out
influences.
the bottom, bro.
What do you mean?
Then it drains out the bottom when they.
No. No, it sits on the staves are sitting in there, and it's getting contact, and they dump it from the side like a normal barrel.
Yeah, on the side. So it could. So some stuff could be different, couldn't it?
In the barrel?
Yeah.
No, it's all sitting in the same stuff.
Hmm.
It's all sloshing around in the same stuff.
Sloshing around. They pick it up. They go.
Yeah, so they have the guy. Yeah, the big guy walk through the warehouse and just shake it. But,
Even an empty one is pretty heavy, guys.
yeah, for sure. But yeah, I would say if you are a Makers fan, this is a hit. You know it already, and if you're not into Makers like I wasn't, it took me a long time to get onto the Makers
This will
train.
make you a fan.
This will make you a fan. Very, very good.
Seriously, I've had a ton of makers. I've never met one I didn't like. That's good.
Yeah, delicious. I like it a lot.
Well, on that note, my friends, well, we're gonna wish him a happy trip, and we'll be sad to see him go, but we'll be happy to see him return. And put some pressure on me for a couple of weeks, and no more pressure actually. And then drink one for us because I'm sure he's gonna be drinking one for us, and I'm gonna drink one for you, and we'll be thinking everybody. How about that? Until the next one, my friends. You have a good weekend. That's the weekend. Have a good weekend.